good, everybody? This is Suhail with Feelgood Threads, and today I'm going to show you guys exactly how to mat out your shoes. And when I mean mat out, I mean super mat out, yo. So first off, guys, I don't have an editor on this. I'm just shooting this because I need to drop some material on and I want to teach you guys some stuff. So with that said, I'm going to teach you guys exactly how to use a certain product by Angelus Brand. It's called Duller. And I'm sure if you guys are familiar with Angelus Brand, Duller is like a no-brainer. You guys know about it. But I'm going to teach you guys how to use it properly, because a lot of people think that I've got to drop Duller on to reduce the shine on kicks, and that's absolutely what it does, except for the fact that if you use too much Duller, what's going to end up happening is your kicks are going to crack, and then you're going to have to redo the whole set of kicks. So with that said, let me show you guys exactly how to get this kind of like a battleship gray look, for example. Or this kind of an olive green, and actually be able to wear them, because a lot of you guys see them on Instagram and you're like, damn, those are fresh, those are super tight, except for the fact that when the customers get the shoes back and they wear them a couple of times, they end up cracking. So you guys don't know about that, because you guys don't know what happens after that one dope shot, right? So let me teach you guys a little bit about how to use Duller properly. All right. So first off, the Battleship Grays. These were fire reds. These were all white before, and what I just ended up doing is mixing my own combination of black and white to make this gray. I added a little bit of blue just to give it a bluish tint. But my boy Charlie, this dude wears these all the time. So you know, I know for a fact that I've tested, you know, my customs, and I want to make sure you guys are in that same scenario, because I've also tested my customs where I used too much Duller and they've cracked. And that's the thing with Duller, is Duller is an amazing product, but the caveat behind Duller is if you don't know how to use it, then it's going to end up turning against you, and you're going to have to redo the whole pair of shoes. So I've been there, and I'm trying to save you guys time with this video, okay? Let me teach you guys a little bit about Duller, okay? First off, let's read the instructions, because a lot of people don't read the instructions at all. They just want the matted out look, and they're like, I'm good, until they wear them. Instructions. I'm going to read them to you guys because you guys are too lazy to read the instructions nowadays. Are you guys? Layla's laughing. You guys are too lazy. Alright, so it says, first of all, shake well before use. Alright, if you guys aren't shaking the Duller, the fact of the matter is, Duller, again, it's an amazing product, but it's a mix of different things, right? So if the Duller just sits in a warehouse for months and then you order it, all of the Duller is probably sitting on the bottom. So shake well before use, right? Next thing it says is mix about 5 to 8% with Angelus acrylic paint or Angelus acrylic finisher. So that's very interesting to me, because a lot of people have now been mixing it with their finisher. I've never really done that, and that's okay. I mean, as long as you guys get the product to work and it actually the shoes are wearable, you guys are good to go. But for me, I usually do it in my paint. But I'm going to teach you guys exactly what I do, you know, on that scenario. It says using more than 8% Duller in a mixture may cause a chalky feel and or leave a white film. Yes, I've done that before. So I've used 50% Duller before and 50% Angelus, and I wonder why my kicks look like shit. And it's because this Duller is so overpowering to the paint that what ends up happening is the Duller overtakes the paint, and that last coat that makes them look so fresh, where you guys were like, man, I can't wait till these get matted out, you guys destroy your shoes. And so don't be me in this. Don't be me. Don't use 50% Duller, because that's not exactly what you need to do. I'm going to teach you guys exactly what to do now, and a lot of people, a lot of customizers are not going to teach you guys what I'm going to tell you guys right now, because they want to keep it their own secret. But you know, I'm sponsored by Angelus, so it's my how can I say this? It's my duty to make sure that you guys understand that the products are used in a certain way. If they're used correctly, then they'll last. And a lot of people are wondering, how come my kicks don't last? And they bash, you know, Angelus, they bash other, you know, customizers or whatnot because they get tips. But this is how you use this duller to get this matte finish. Okay? There's a second product I use. This is Sem Adhesion Promoter. Sem Adhesion Promoter is basically the last step on when I paint these kicks. Even though they're leather, I'll drop a little bit of Adhesion Promoter on, and then I'll mix the last coat of paint with duller. A lot of people are doing the opposite. They're taking this duller and they'll put it in their first coat with their paint, and then they'll paint their kicks. They'll wait for it to dry, they'll do it again. They'll do it again. They'll do it again until the actual color is done. So they're like, oh, super happy, wow, it's dulled out, everything looks great. Except for the fact that once you start to wear them, again, this says 5 to 8%. Once they start to wear them, they start to crack. Okay? I'm going to teach you guys exactly what to do. Now, I'll use the first layer, I will not use duller. I'll do a second layer, I'll still not use duller. I'll do a third layer, I'll still not use duller. And then on the finishing layer, the fourth, the fifth layer, if most, that's when I start to drop duller in. Okay? But before I drop the duller in and I put it on the kicks, I drop a little bit of Adhesion Promoter on the areas that I'm going to dull out. And what that does is, this guy helps adhere the last weaker portion of duller and paint onto the kicks, and it still helps it adhere. Okay? And I'll tell you guys, you're probably wondering, like, what are you talking about, the weaker layer? Well, duller, what it does, it actually weakens the flexibility of Angelus paint, because Angelus paint is phenomenal with sticking on leather. But when you add duller, it starts to weaken. Okay? So if you start doing your first layer and your second layer, your third layer, your fourth layer, if you're doing every layer with duller, think about how much duller you're adding, and this makes your paint more brittle. So if you don't understand what I'm saying, basically think about like an egg. An egg has a very soft but hard shell, right? And on the inside it has yolk. You're basically making a very brittle eggshell as you paint layer after layer after layer. You don't have to do that. You just have to make sure that the whole area is covered, everything is concrete, everything looks good. The paint is laid out well, there's no spots, it's not splotchy. And then on your finishing last couple of coats, that's when you add this duller. And when you add this duller, you add it with the Adhesion Promoter as well. Alright? So no one else will tell you this, and I hope you guys appreciate it. Again, my name is Suhail with Feelgood Threads. If you guys enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Please give me a thumbs up. And if you guys have some questions, yo, the comment buttons are down below. So hit a comment up and I will definitely answer you guys up. I hope you guys appreciate this video. I'm sorry I don't have like all this crazy flashy music and stuff, but I'm trying to drop some material on for you guys, and I'm not a great editor. And you know, I'm just here with my daughter Layla. She's helping me film, so shout out to Layla. She's only 5, by the way. And with that said, just check out my work at shopfeelgood.com. And this is Suhail with Feelgood Threads, and I'm out of here, yo. Grab some duller. Peace.